Journalists were not allowed to attend the meeting of the Moscow City Court about appeals decision to arrest of Gershkovich, Mediazona reports. An employee of the court press service said that the complaint was withdrawn from consideration. At the end of March 2023, a correspondent for the Wall Street Journal, Evan Gershkovich, was detained in Yekaterinburg. According to the Federal Security Service, he allegedly collected secret information about one of the enterprises of the Russian military-industrial complex. I quote on instructions from the United States. At the end of August, the Lefortovo District Court of Moscow extended his arrest until November 30, 2023.
A person for whom I really wish freedom. The question is, how will Russia ask for him? It seems there are still arrested Russian agents that Russia would like to get. The main thing that the authorities are trying to achieve is to make the prisoners feel abandoned, so that they lose heart.
Gershkovich faces up to 20 years in prison. He categorically denies all accusations and insists that he came to Russia solely to engage in journalistic activities. The other day, U.S. Ambassador to Russia Lynn Tracy visited Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich in a Moscow prison.
Evan continues to appear in good health and remains strong, despite the circumstances. Lynn Tracy, U.S. Ambassador to the Russian Federation, from a publication of the Wall Street Journal.
The family of Evan Gershkovich appealed to the UN with a request to help free the journalist. Gershkovich's relatives sent a petition to the UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention.
Evan's parents have delivered a petition to the United Nations, a petition that calls on this institution to make clear that Evan Gershkovich has been arbitrarily detained and to push for his immediate release. We urge all member states to join this call for Evan's release and the release of all those who have been wrongfully detained.
Earlier, U.S. President Joe Biden demanded the immediate release of the correspondent. Representatives of the world's leading media also called the arrest unfounded and unfair. Gershkovich is the first foreign reporter to be arrested on charges of espionage on Russian soil in 37 years. Repression in the Federation is becoming more severe, and not only Russian citizens are at risk.
Most political prisoners in the Soviet Union remained in prison and remained in camps. Were all efforts to support them in vain? In fact, this is not the case. Russia, following the Soviet Union, is a very bureaucratic system. In this hopeless bureaucratic system, writing letters, requests, this is very important, not to mention the fact that it is critically important for people not to feel abandoned.
In addition to Gershkovich, a U.S. citizen, former Marine Paul Whelan, remains in a Russian prison. He was detained in 2018 on charges of espionage, and 2 years later he was sentenced to 16 years in prison. The United States has recognized both Americans as unjustly detained and considers the charges against them politically motivated and falsified. Reported by Sergei Kulias, Victoria Smirnova, UATV News.